We are now very pleased to have Dr. Ron Askin join us. He is the conference chairman. He's a professor at Arizona State University. Doctor, thanks for being with us here on Informs TV.
Thank you, my pleasure to be here this morning.
You are a Informs conference veteran. Just give us your background.
That means I'm old, yeah. I was at graduate school in Georgia Tech in the late 70s. I got my master's degree in operations research. And I think that's probably the point when I joined Informs for the first time, and I stayed there for my PhD. So yes, I've been a member of what was Orsa Tim's originally Informs now for a long time, and been coming to many of these conferences over the years and enjoy them every time. So.
And this one's an important one. This one, obviously, for Arizona State, and yourself being the conference chairman. Talk a little bit about this specific conference here for Informs.
Well, we're very glad to have everybody here in the Valley for Informs. It's been 20 years since this conference was here last. You know, ASU has been going through a revolutionary change the last 10 years under Michael Crow's direction, and you know, it's nice to be able to showcase what we're doing as well as invite people here to the Valley. You know, the theme of this conference is really Informatics Rising, and informatics, fitting the name of Informs, has a lot to do with analytics and modeling, which is something that we're doing a lot of at ASU. So we're going after big data, we're going after data analytics that integrates not only the engineering school with the business school, but also a lot of the social sciences. So we're doing social media data mining. Yeah. We're doing business analytics. And so it's very nice for us at ASU to have the conference here to both help educate our students more about what's going on, but also for us to showcase what we've been doing. And so the theme this year we picked as Informatics Rising, sort of blending with the emerging theme at Informs of putting more focus on analytics and making a stronger connection to practice, which is also something that ASU has been doing, trying to get sort of out of the historic ivory tower sort of mode and get more involved in helping to change the world and working on major problems where we can transform how society works for the better.
Yeah, keeping up with our ever-changing world.
Keeping up, yes.
Yes.
And for me, so my position at ASU is I'm the director of the School of Computing, Informatics, and Decision Systems Engineering. So we use sort of the tagline, data to decisions. Okay. So we usually think of it as using computing to really energize and move the information world we live in today forward. And that's really what informatics is about. That's what Informs is about, helping to use good data-driven modeling skills to help make better decisions.
And how much of a challenge is that in this social media world now?
It's a major challenge because as fast as computing capability advances, the amount of data we're dealing with on a daily basis advances. And so now we're trying to figure out, we have a lot of data. Do we have the right data? How do we use that data? And in the future, how do we improve our data collection systems to make sure we're collecting data that we can use to make the right decisions? And
that's the goal, to make the better decisions.
Making better decisions, yes. And Informs is all about developing the tools, the processes, the models, from sort of small scale to large scale, and all the systems throughout society, making them make better decisions and understanding how our systems are working.
You have been to so many of these conferences. Now, even if you're not at a conference through Informs TV, here with us here with WebsEdge, you know, you don't have to be here. You can get the highlights, you can get the thought leadership, you can get the conference news. But what is on the schedule? What are the main things that you will be involved with here in this conference here in Phoenix this year?
Well, I think always the highlight of this conference is probably the networking that goes on in the hallways. Sure. As well as the sessions. So I think one of the main reasons people come is the opportunity to see the people who've been writing the papers they've been reading, to talk to each other about their ideas, to see briefly in the sessions the research people are doing, but then have a chance outside those sessions to talk further about those research ideas and start collaborating. And also just to catch up with people they've known for many years and see what's going on in other areas. And so that networking aspect, I think, is always one of the main advantages of the conference. But we have some really nice aspects in the program this year. I'm very pleased with the set of plenary and keynote addresses we have. We have Nobel Prize winner Ed Prescott from ASU speaking about how he's got a master's degree in OR in his background, speaking about how his OR tools have allowed him to do some dynamic modeling that ended up winning a Nobel Prize. We have speakers coming from the Department of Homeland Security to talk about how they're starting to plan to use more OR tools in keeping the country secure. on Wednesday, today, the start of the conference, we have a former general who works for the Director of National Intelligence here, talking about the recent report from the DoD on OR and how it can impact intelligence, reconnaissance, and surveillance. Now we have George Post, who's another ASU Regents professor, here talking about the role of analytics, informatics in advancing the field of personalized medicine. We have people coming and talking, CEOs coming and talking about logistics. We have people talking about innovation. So there's just a whole variety of talks from very distinguished individuals in the plenaries and keynotes over the next 4 days.
Yeah, very, very busy week. That's why we thank you so much, Dr. Ron Askin, for joining us, taking some time out.
My
Enjoy
pleasure.
the conference.
Okay.
Conference
Thank you.
Chairman, Dr. Ron Askin from Arizona State.